say pretty boys, they be wild niggas, loud niggas, okay, confound niggas, foul niggas, running the club and busting the crowd, nigga, how nigga.
This is so bittersweet symphony that's loud.
You're physically attractive, or you become physically attractive, you're going to notice the lifestyle that we actually live and experience on a day-to-day basis, totally polar opposite to how people looking on the outside, on the inside, view our lifestyle experiences. Damn right diabolical. With sunshines and rainbows, all bubbles, no struggles.
Don't lie.
Let them tell it. You have to genuinely express your feelings, issues, concerns, or problems in life or experiences. You're instantly met with lack of empathy, sympathy, any type of human regard, and it forces you into a Twilight Saga of dumbfoundedness. Say that now, gang. I know that all too well. 5 dark psychology, science, and experiences that you for sure to experience when you're physically attracted. That's rarely talked about because it's normally ignored. Like, share, notify. It's important. Drop y'all comments down below. This is 5 dark psychology, science, and experiences that you for sure to experience. Drop the comments down below. I want to know yours. Here's 5 of mine. 1. You know what I mean? We're going to move through these too, alright? So if I'm moving fast, just, y'all got any questions? Rewatch the video. Or drop questions down in the comments, things like that. Let's chop it up. So jumping off of number 1, empathy void. You know what I mean? When you're physically attractive, you're going to see empathy void a lot, gang. Yeah. Any type of feeling, struggle, anything like that you experience in life as a physically attractive person, that shit ain't going to rock with them. I'm trying to tell you. So don't even express it, gang. Because in their mind, you have an easy life. You know what I mean? You ain't never had no struggles or anything like that. Therefore, when you do express your struggles and feelings and human natural problems, motherfuckers not going to take it as that, gang. You got to remember, gang, they don't view you as a real human, gang. You ain't real. You know what I mean? Word is bond. You feel me? To them, it's goofy, but I'm telling you how it is, bro. You're going to experience that, bro. That empathy void is crazy, bro. You're not going to be able to express or have any type of feelings, bro, or anything like that, bro. I'm telling you, bro, you're going to notice that. Motherfuckers going to strip that whole right from you. You know what I mean, gang? You ain't got the right to complain, stress, be depressed, feel played about something, crash out, do anything like that, bro. Because their viewpoint is that you've had an easy life and you've always been praised. You know what I mean? You see females do that shit. That's the same reason why motherfuckers will not compliment you. You know what I mean? But they'll go compliment a 6 or a 5 or anybody like that. If you high level and you physically attractive, 8, 9, 10, hell, even 7, we throw them in there. Bro, that's why you will see you will rarely get compliments, gang. That's part of this effect. You know what I mean? It's that empathy void, gang. Motherfuckers don't want to give you your props, bro. Motherfuckers already assume that you have an easy life, that you get praised and everything like that, like you Jesus or something. You feel me? And that's just not the case. Keep game. I'm telling you, bro. That shit's a motherfucker. You feel me? And let you voice your opinion. And let's say they want you to come out to this a function or event like that, bro, because they know you got the hoes. You know what I mean? They know the hoes attracted to you. And you tell them niggas no. That's when you're going to start seeing how they really feel about you, gang. You know what I mean? Because when you say, nah, I ain't trying to go out tonight or whatever like that, oh, you think he better than us, all this whack ass shit. I'm telling you, gang, peak game. They do this because in their mind, bro, you have been gifted everything that you've ever wanted since birth. You feel me? So in their mind, you are not seen as a human, bro. You're seen as an accessory. You feel me? People don't value who you are. They value you because what you can bring. You feel me? Niggas do this a lot. You feel me? You'll find out when you're physically attractive, a lot of dudes only hanging out with you, bro, because you got the hoes. You feel me? It's like the hoes are behind the locked door and you the key to unlock that door. They can't gain access to women without having you. So therefore, they use you as an accessory. You know what I mean? They don't really fuck with you, gang. They fuck with you off of what you can provide, not who you are as a person. You feel me? A lot of people do that shit. Women do that shit to you too, gang. Real talk. You know what I mean? You be used, bro. You get used, bro. You know what I mean? And motherfuckers that use you to up their value and up their status. You know what I mean? Especially if you got clout, status, money, anything like that. Oh yeah, you're gonna be a human value measuring stick, motherfucker. You know what I mean? Motherfuckers gonna hang around you off granted of what you provide and the clout and the status that you provide. You know what I mean? Because without you around, they zero, they nobody, they nothing. You feel me? And you ain't even gotta have shit. You just gotta be physically attractive. You feel me? And motherfuckers will do that shit, especially with women. You know what I mean? People use you for their value, to upscale their value. You know what I'm saying? Especially when you're physically attractive, you're gonna notice that. You know what I mean? You're not seen as a human, bro. You're seen as a fucking tool. You know what I mean? Like you seen as something shit like that. You know what I mean? Yeah. Another thing that they'll do too, bro. You ain't physically attractive. You gon' fuck around and find out that motherfuckers only want you to be who they want you to be, and not who you want to be. You know what I mean? And that's just off your goals, dreams, accomplishments, things like that. It's a common thing for motherfuckers to measure you off of what you can do in life, off how they feel. You know what I mean? Like if they scared to do something and they don't, and they feel like they got more heart than you or something like that, then they're gonna think you gonna have the same person when you a whole different ass person. When you physically attractive, that shit is too common, gang. You feel me? If motherfuckers don't view they can do something or feel they can do something, especially if it's masculine or something like that, and you physically attractive as a male, go be physically attractive and tell motherfucker you a boxer or a fighter or anything like that. Motherfuckers, if they scary ass motherfuckers, they don't feel it for themselves, so they damn sure ain't gonna feel it for you. And it's crazy. That's a natural life thing. But when you physically attractive, oh, it becomes real common. You feel me, gang? Straight up. The pedestal effect and the hyper scrutiny. Real talk. You're gonna notice this as a physically attractive person. In their mind, like I said, you've always been gifted everything since birth. In their mindset, you know what I mean? So what do naturally? They're gonna put you on a pedestal naturally that you didn't even ask to be on. And those very same people that put you on that pedestal are gonna be the same motherfuckers that try to kick it down. I'm trying to tell you, because in their mind, they believe that you've been gifted everything you've had ever since birth. You feel me? You've always had value. Everybody's always been on your side. You know what I mean? You ain't never had no enemies or anything like that. People's always been on your nuts. Contrary to their belief, when you're physically attractive, you gain way more haters than you do supporters. Relatives and not. You know what I mean? Blood and not. You feel me? It don't matter what it is. When you physically attractive, everybody want to go to war with you. And their mindset, that's not what they think. You know what I mean? So what that does is, to them, that makes them turn a heart cold towards. Motherfuckers gonna want to see you fall. When you struggle, make mistakes or anything like that, oh man, that shit is magnified. You feel me? When you fail the fuck up, man, they're gonna talk about that until the day that you lay in the grave. I'm telling you. When you're physically attractive, your fuck ups, your mistakes and things like that, magnified. Motherfuckers can't wait to see you fail. Motherfuckers are actually wanting you to fail. You're gonna notice that when you're physically attractive. Motherfuckers don't want to see you make it, gang. Real talk. You talk about crabs in a bucket. You know what I mean? You notice that shit, gang. And the sad thing about it is, gang, a lot of times, most times, it be motherfuckers that was once on your side. It be motherfuckers that's trying to play on your side. They want to see you fall. When you physically attractive, man, motherfuckers can't wait till you fail. And when you do, that shit the talk of the town. For years, supporters being physically attractive, you gain far more haters than you do supporters. I'm trying to tell you that. So, you're gonna notice that, gang. Intimidation and isolation. Yes, when you physically attractive, you're gonna realize that motherfuckers are intimidated by your motherfucking ass. They won't come up and say hi, they feel some type of way, they be jealous, they be envious. All of that type of shit is intimidation. You know what I mean? Women and men do that shit. You feel me? Niggas do that shit a lot. You feel me? And so basically what that transpires is, motherfuckers think that, like I said, motherfuckers think that you was gifted the life of Christ. You feel me? You know what I mean? People think that you was gifted everything that you ever wanted since birth. You feel me? And that's just not the truth. So what that transpires in their mind mentally is, they feel that you're always loved. You've always been praised. You know what I mean? You've always gotten everything that you've ever wanted. You know what I mean? That's why motherfuckers won't give you a compliment. Motherfuckers won't tell you that you're attractive or things like that. But they'll go tell a six that. It's the same thing, gang. Women and men do this. You know what I mean? They feel like they don't have no reason to validate you because in their mind, you've been getting validated since birth. You feel me? So they become intimidated. You know what I mean? They act skittish and nervous and jealous and envious, things like that, bro. And they won't give you your flowers. You know what I mean? Until it's time to give you your flowers. Like death. You feel me? Like it's crazy, gang. Which will cause you to go into isolation. Well, you don't want to fuck with nobody. You feel me? Motherfuckers feel like attractive people are praised and like valued everywhere. Contrary to y'all beliefs. Y'all got it fucked up again, gang. No. When you're physically attractive, you're actually seeing more of a competition more than an ally. You know what I mean? But in their mind, they feel like everybody's always validated you and you just value and you ain't never had motherfuckers go against you. Contrary to their belief, you done had whole armies go against you. Because when you're physically attractive, you gain way more haters than you do supporters. Related and not. Globally. The big one. Confidence discount. You feel me? Yeah, man, this is a big one. When you physically attractive, you gonna realize motherfuckers give you no value, appreciation, or acknowledgement. They try to attack you physically, spiritually, and mentally, gang, when you physically attracted. No cap, bro. Man. Because God, the only gift that God was able to give you was looks. They try to attack you physically, because anything that you get in this life, if they in control, you gotta work 10 times harder for it. When you physically attracted, they're gonna attack you mentally because they already think you lacking that anyways. You know what I mean? You look good. Ain't no way you smart. You feel me? And then emotionally. You know what I mean? They're gonna think everything that you've ever worked hard for was given to you not off gifts, skills, talents, and abilities, but because motherfuckers kissing your ass. Like I said, it goes back to that you've been given everything since you was young, dumbass perception. When you didn't fought tooth and nail for everything that you had. People think that everything that you've ever got in this world is because of you was attracted. You ain't never had to work or do anything like that. Thus, they're gonna take any type of hard work or work ethic or anything like that from you. When they put in power to basically manage that, oh man, you finna have to work 10, 15, man, motherfuckers finna make you work for that shit. You know what I mean? You gonna show their ass today. You feel me? And even when you do show their ass, they still not gonna give you the value. You ain't gonna get value, bro. You ain't gonna get appreciation. You ain't gonna get acknowledgement. They're gonna attack your ass physically, spiritually, and emotionally. Real talk, when you physically attractive. You can't be attractive and skillful, you know what I mean, and smart. Once you hit that attractive pinnacle, that guy ran out of gifts.
What did you say, nigga?
I mean, he moved on to the next person.
Don't lie.
And they mind. You see how dumb these perceptions are? Come on, gang. Really be out here just walking blind in life. You feel me? They think that you got a free pass all your life. So they want to be the one to take that bitch away from you. You feel me? Not knowing that you ain't really been given shit just off of your looks. You know what I mean? You ain't even got the chance to do a motherfucker wrong. Niggas giving you smoke and heat just because the way you look. It makes sense if you was actually a fucked up person. You know what I mean? Niggas don't know, bro. When you physically attractive, you've been facing smoke since you even knew that the smoke was there. So over time, they become smoke and mirrors. And you walk right on through that bitch. That's gonna make you go into what? Isolation. Feel me? You ain't gonna wanna fuck with nobody, bro, because you're gonna realize how sensitive motherfuckers are. And I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I've been like that for the last 5 years. Real talk. If y'all enjoyed this content, comment, share, and subscribe. Drop y'all comments down. Let me know if y'all experiences, especially if you physically attractive. If you physically attractive, I already know you did. Just drop me down in the comment. Let's talk about it. Let's start this community, y'all. Let's start talking about this shit. You feel me? You know what it is. It's your boy, Pretty Boy GQ Supreme TV, and I'm out with another one, gang. Y'all have a good one.
Already, gang. Y'all know what to do. Let's run it up. Oh yeah, and if you ever thought I forgot, what I look like, that's how you stick the landing. OC.